Sentencing arguments are underway for a Marshall man who pleaded guilty to 53 counts relating to child pornography. 21-year-old Shane Pattison is in Saskatoon court today and tomorrow. His guilty plea includes distributing and possessing child porn images and producing written child pornography. Police found Pattison trading images with a man from Idaho through text messages and emails. The case was first in Lloydminster Court before moving to Saskatoon. A somber day in North Battleford. Former Mayor and City Councillor Julian Sadlowski passed away Friday after losing a 3-year battle with cancer.
Our flags are flying at half-mast today. The funeral will take place Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock. And we will, as a council and as a city, certainly be working on something to commemorate his very significant contribution to the city.
Sadlowski was mayor from 2004 to 2009, a city councillor for 8 years, and former principal of St. Mary's School.
He was a man that certainly had great passion for the community, and that was exhibited from his early years as an educator, certainly exhibited in his work as a historian and a storyteller and an illustrator of stories.
Sadlowski was 76 years old. He is survived by his wife, children, and grandchildren. A prayer vigil is being held this coming Thursday at 7:30 at the Notre Dame Roman Catholic Church. A new study out of Toronto finds that fatal car crashes increase 6% in the U.S. on April 15th, and a similar increase happens here in Canada on April 30th. So what do the 2 days have in common? Well, researchers are linking the increase to the tax man. Kelsey Bloxham has more on just how important today's cutoff actually is.
It's the last day of April, better known as Tax Deadline Day.
Stress. Filing deadlines. If you have self-employment, you can put it off until June 15th, but if you just have your regular T4, T5 income, it's due today.
And the fines for those that owe money and miss the midnight cutoff are significant.
Your penalty if you miss today is 5% plus 1% per month, so if you file tomorrow, it's 6% penalty on the balance you owe, but if it's a second year, then I believe it's 10% and 1%.
But it seems people in Lloydminster take the April 30th deadline seriously.
I just want to get it back as soon as possible.
You have to file on time because you do not want to mess with the government.
Just something I always do.
Oh, because I got money back.
And while it seems people are getting their tax returns done on time, this accounting firm has seen more and more people waiting until the last minute.
We've had a pretty busy year. We've done more tax returns than we've ever done, and it seems that it's later and later each year, so our tax season is getting compressed down to, instead of 3 months, it's 4 or 5 weeks.
With a number of factors contributing to the trend.
People get their slips later and later each year. People are investing more and more, have more complicated returns, so they're and then there's just people are busy in this town.
And the average refund for Canadians, $1,500. Kelsey Bloxham, Newcap News.
Good news from a missing persons case we brought you last week. 42-year-old Vincent Spyglass has been located safe and sound. He went missing in the middle of April after hitchhiking from North Battleford. Police are thanking the public for their help. Meantime, that isn't the case for James Turgeon, who went missing on April 17th. Police are still looking for the 22-year-old who was last seen walking on Highway 16 east of North Battleford. RCMP are asking property owners to check for signs someone may have been there. Turgeon is schizophrenic and has a history of walking away from his home, but is never gone for this long. Anyone with information about his disappearance is asked to call the Battleford's RCMP or Crime Stoppers. Operation Clean Sweep is underway in the border city. Streets are being cleaned, garbage is getting picked up, all in preparation for spring as a part of the annual Pitch-In Week. Elise Cox brings us that story.
Students fled their classrooms to enjoy the sunshine, but it was for a citywide cause.
A kickoff to clean up the neighborhood after the winter, and we've got an accumulation of litter and debris. And so we're here at Father Gorman and getting the kids to help.
The schools, the community groups, everyone gets involved to pitch in and do a clean sweep of the community.
A community effort that Father Gorman participates in every year.
Our school jumps on board and our kids jump on board, so it's really a good opportunity for our kids to be out in our community.
So students spend most of the morning sweeping the sidewalk clean.
And that's something that residents can do in front of their house, is sweep off the boulevard so that all of that debris can be picked up by our street sweepers.
And picking up garbage around the community, even pulling weeds out.
We're cleaning up the environment. We're trying to make it look better here in Lloydminster.
We're trying to make a difference in the world so it's nice and green.
So residents are being asked to take after these students and pitch in their part to the community. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
The city won't be accepting blue recycling boxes very soon and is encouraging residents to make the switch to blue bag recycling. June 4th is the cutoff date for the blue boxes. The city says the switch will come with many advantages.
We can accept a number of products, plastics 1 through 7 now, where before we only accepted plastics 1 and 2.
The city is hoping the bags will promote more recycling across Lloydminster, but glass and plastic bags are still not accepted with curbside pickup.
People shouldn't feel guilty about throwing their glass products into the landfill. It's an inert substance and doesn't cause any detrimental effects. With regards to the plastic film, that's another one of those cases where there really just isn't any markets for that film.
Starter kits will be distributed to homes with more information on the switch. Included will be a Recycling My Blue Bin sticker so the city can collect them.